everyone. Today I'm going to tell you guys about two books, like reviewing about two books. So the first book is SEO Trot. Next is The Giraffe, the Pelly and Me. These are all written by Rodale and illustrated by Quentin Blake. It is the world's #1 storyteller. Yeah. First of all is the SEO Trot. So maybe you have been wondering why there are tortoise and there's a thing that is hanging out of it, and why is it named SEO Trot? So if you're trying to figure out what this is, you wouldn't know because it is actually called the tortoise. It's weird, but it is the tortoise. So if you read this book, you know why they transfer it into SEO Trot. So here's introducing Mr. Hoppy, Alfie, Mrs. Silver, pet shop owner, and the tortoise catcher. So this is a tortoise catcher. So Mr. Hoppy loves Mrs. Silver, and Mrs. Silver loves Alfie the tortoise. Just love like pets. And sometimes Mr. Hoppy wishes he could become a tortoise, until one day he finds a way to win Mrs. Silver's heart with the help of a little magic and some cabbage. So it's not really magic. So first of all, Mr. Hoppy loves Mrs. Silver, which is a widow, and Mr. Hoppy just they live in the same apartment, and Mr. Hoppy just lives above Mrs. Silver. And so he lived in a very small flat, and he lived alone, and she lived alone too, as she is a widow. And so every day, Mrs. Silver came out to feed Alfie the tortoise, and really anxious about that tortoise. You know why? Because that tortoise hasn't grown, and he's still the same size every day, and Mrs. Silver have raised him for a very long time, but he doesn't grow up. So that is how the story began of they meeting each other. They chat a lot more, and just wait and see. So Mr. Hoppy heard Mrs. Silver complaints and said that I am a very professional tortoise, kind of like a tortoise racer, so I know how it could grow up. So Mr. Hoppy go inside his flat, and then write kind of like a poem or something, and then read it to Mrs. Hoppy, and said every day Mrs. Hoppy will have to read this to Alfie so he would grow up. It's like this: SEO Trot, tag, re-big. It's not I don't know, but it's the actual word is tortoise, get bigger. Come on, tortoise, grow up, puff up, shoot up, spring up, blow up, smell up, gorge, guzzle, stuff, gulp, put on fat, tortoise, put on fat, get on, gobble food. So here's what it's like after it's being I don't know, but being kind of upside down. So I don't know. And Mr. Hoppy said that it is the tortoise language. I don't know why Mrs. Silver believes it, but she read that to the tortoise every day. And then Mr. Hoppy have a plan. Mr. Hoppy buy tons and tons, a lot of tortoises, and then in his collection he will choose out the bigger size tortoise, which has the bigger size than Alfie, but just a little bigger, so Miss Silver wouldn't just confused about how fast it's growing. So Alfie is about let's see, let me find that detail for you. Alfie is about 13 ounces. Yeah, Alfie is about 13 ounces. And so Mr. Hoppy will find a tortoise which is a little bigger than Alfie. Oh, in the beginning. In the beginning, Alfie weighed 13 ounces. And after he had trained the tortoise, which means that it gets bigger. I mean, I don't know, but weight is 15 ounces. So, like, I don't know how to explain this, but Mr. Hoppy was trying to like trick Mrs. Silver because the tortoise is getting bigger. In the beginning, Alfie weighed 13 ounces. The second week, the tortoise number 2 weighed 15 ounces. The end of the second week weighed 17 ounces, and it's go on and on until the end of the 7th week. The tortoise weighed about like 27 ounces. So Miss Silver thought that Alfie is growing up. Yeah, and so Mrs. Silver was very, very thankful. But there's a problem. Its house is too small for the tortoise number 8 to go in. So Mr. Hoppy said that he could make that tortoise grow smaller, and he had another poem for it. Here, SCO trot, take a tip relums and a tip relum. So it's actually like tortoise, get a bit smaller. So it's actually happened because he trained the tortoise again. Then this tortoise can go inside the house. And Mrs. Silver was very thankful, and she said, I could do anything for you to get this tortoise smaller. And Mr. Hoppy did. So Mr. Hoppy want to marry Mrs. Silver as a wife. So, well, yeah, they lived happily ever after because they get married. So what I learned from this book is that Mr. Hoppy is very clever to it's like solving the problems and really try his best to get what he wants, and I don't know, yeah. So try his best to get what he wants for a very long time. That is all about the story. SEO Trot. It's actually a tortoise. My favorite character is Mr. Hoppy. Yeah, because he's tried his best. He dared to try, and he tries best to like reach out, and he get married to Mrs. Silver. That's SEO Trot. Next is the giraffe, the Pelly, and me. The giraffe, of course, is the giraffe. The Pelly, of course, this is the pelican, and me is actually the monkey. So here, a boy named Billy, near his house, there's about three floor house, and it's actually a lovely old sweet shop, but now it's for sale. So Billy really wants to be the owner of this shop, and every day he goes to this shop and wandering around. And one day, suddenly, 2 figures go out and pop out of the window, and it is the giraffe, the Pelly, and the monkey. Pelly is the pelican, and me is is monkey. And these 3 friends are very, very good at cleaning the windows, and they all have special things that they have. First, the giraffe is very, very tall, and he could get taller with his neck. The pelican have a very big mouth that could hold buckets and buckets of water in it. And the monkey is very fast and small, so he could wash the windows very fast. One day, they get a letter from a very rich man called the Duke. The Duke said And the Duke said that he wanted to hire the three of his friends because he wanted to clean his windows. And they tried, and one day there's a robber inside inside the Duke's house trying to steal all the Duke's wife's jewelry. And the pelican saved all those jewelry. And the pelican saved it, and the Duke was very thankful. And all these animals eat very special meals, and they have been hungry for a very, very long time. The peli loved to eat salmon. The monkey likes to eat walnut, but it's all very expensive. And the giraffe liked to eat this kind of like I don't know, but like a purple flower or something. And they were rewarded for all of that. And Billy get to have a great candy shop for all himself. And the Duke helped him to bring all the candies from all around the world to his shop, and every kid would get to try every of them. And that's just a bit detail of the Giraffe, the Belly, and Me, and I hope that you will try to read it somehow, and it is very good. That is all about the SEO Trot and the Giraffe, the Belly, and Me. I think this book is kind of like try their best to get what they want to, but in a positive way. And that is the SEO Trot, the Giraffe, the Belly, and Me. That is all about it, and thanks for listening. Bye!